सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। थर्ड चैप्टर फर्स्ट श्लोक। अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच ध्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव। व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्। श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ। ज्ञानयोगेन सांख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्। In the second chapter, Bhagavan gave the entire teaching of Vedas. Vedas have got two parts, Veda Purva Bhaga and Vedanta. Veda Purva Bhaga talks about the karmas. So Bhagavan talked about karma with proper attitude, which is called Karma Yoga. So Veda Purva Bhaga essence he gave, and Vedanta essence, that you are limitless Brahma. So he talked about both self-knowledge, which is the essence of Vedanta, and he talked about the preparatory means, Karma Yoga, which is the essence of Veda Purva Bhaga. So both were talked about. So from Bhagavan's side, teaching is complete, solved. But sometimes we want more. So like one time we are solved, so it's not enough. So second time, second service. So Arjuna is asking for second service by raising a question. That Bhagavan, you are talking about the glory of this knowledge. And you are saying that this knowledge will give me Shreyaha, the ultimate well-being called moksha. And to me, you are asking for doing karma. I have already told I want Shreya. And you are saying that Shreya Prapti, the attainment of Shreya is by Jnanam. But to me you are asking for karma. I gave example. I am asking you what is the way to dining hall. You say it is left side, but you go to right side. Say, why I want to dining hall, and you are saying dining hall is on the left side, but you go to the right side. Where is the office? Where the office is? So it's a contradictory. So Arjuna thought that why Bhagwan is giving me this contradictory message. And so he requested that Bhagwan, your sentences are looking contradictory. They are not really contradictory, but at least they are looking contradictory to me because of my inability to understand the things clearly. And as if you are confusing me, really you don't mean to confuse me, but as if you are confusing me. Like sometimes it happens, somebody is doing out of fun, but it hurts us. Somebody is like a patting or something they are doing for fun, but it is paining me. So we have to tell that you don't have intention to hurt me, but it pains me. So similarly, he is telling Bhagwan, you don't mean to confuse me, but your sentences are as though confusing me. That shows Arjuna's humility, Arjuna's Shraddha in Bhagwan being his well wisher. See, when Guru says something, you may not have immediate agreement with what he says or she says, but you have Shraddha that what he says will be right and what he says for my well being. Only thing I have to know how it is right and how it is for my well being. The attitude is to know how it is for my well being. He is my well wisher, in that there is no doubt. Similarly, Arjuna doesn't have doubt that Bhagavan is his well wisher and Bhagavan wants to give him clarity. In that there is no doubt. But he says, I am not able to receive that clarity. Like sometimes somebody is speaking very clearly, but because my instrument is not proper, so I am having little what is called the disturbed sound, or the sound with so much disturbance. So it is not the problem of that person. It is problem of my instrument. My instrument is not proper, therefore disturbance will come. So we should check our instrument. We should not tell speak properly, speak clearly. That is not correct. So we can say, can we do something so that I can hear clearly? Check our instrument. So Bhagavan is requesting Bhagavan that you present in such a way that I get clarity. Tad ekam vada. You tell me one thing because of which I will attain Shreyaha. I am interested in moksha. You please tell me the way to moksha. And don't tell me this also okay, that also okay. Nishchitya, having well ascertained, you tell me. Then Bhagavan is giving the answer. And to understand the answer, we have to understand the background. The background is Arjuna is interested in moksha. He is a mumukshu. And moksha is by attaining the knowledge of oneself being limitless. Because our bondage is born of this ignorance. Therefore, moksha alone, the knowledge alone can give moksha. That is the first clarity we need to have to understand what Arjuna is asking and what Bhagavan is answering. And where confusion has come, that will come. The second thing is that this knowledge is by Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam, but it will be possible only when person is prepared. And for preparation, one requires the sadhana of Karma Yoga, which includes the Raja Yoga, which includes Upasana Yoga, whatever other yoga you call, all included. And thus, the vision of Shastra is that moksha is by Jnanam and Jnanam is by Shravanadi, but Jnanam by Shravana etc. will be possible only when you are prepared, and for preparation, Karma Yoga is required. So by Karma Yoga you get preparation, and by Jnanam you get moksha. And Jnanam comes by Jnana Yoga. So that is the vision of Shastra. And Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, they are not two options for getting Jnanam and Moksha. They are two necessary steps for getting the Jnanam, which is the means for moksha. Arjuna mistook these sadhanas and lifestyle to be identical. He thought that whatever is the sadhana of Jnana Yoga is talked about is a prescription for sannyasa, and this karma yoga is not the means for moksha. Therefore, karma yoga is not is the best path. So he thought that Jnana Yoga is gives moksha, and Karma Yoga also will give moksha, and Karma Yoga is associated with action, Jnana Yoga is associated with sannyasa, then sannyasa is better than karma. So why sannyasa, which is the means for moksha, I am denied to, and why I am asked to do karma? Karma cannot give me moksha, sannyasa alone can give me moksha. That type of idea I got. Sannyasa and Jnanam he mixed up, and because of that he has this question. For us, let there be clarity that in Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga there is no choice involved, because they are not two alternative paths. Jnanam is one path and Karma Yoga is one path. They are two independent, separate, alternative paths. That is not the vision of Shastra. So people get confused in this regard, and they say you can go get moksha by Karma Yoga also, Jnana Yoga also, Bhakti Yoga also, Raj Yoga also. There are so many yogas. So our Shastra gives this clarity that Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, they are not two options for moksha, they are the two stages for attaining Jnanam, which leads to moksha. And since they are not two alternatives, they are not two options, therefore there is no comparison. You cannot compare two things which are not alternatives. If one is alternative for the other, you can say this is better option, that is this not good option. But when these two are not options, like cooking and eating, for removing your hunger, you have to first cook or somebody has to cook. Either you have to cook food or you have to buy food or get food. That is first step. Second is what? Eating. And then you will remove your hunger. Now tell me, do you have a choice between whether to get food or to eat food? There are not two options. There are two stages. So you either cook or get food and then eat it. So when two things are not the options, comparison is not possible. If two refrigerators are there, both of them can serve the same purpose, then you can say this has got less power consumption, less price, and therefore this is better option. But one is not the alternative to the others, comparison is not possible. Therefore, between the Jnanam and Karma, there is no comparison. Like between eating food and cooking or getting food, there is no option. Between getting food and eating food, there is no option. You cannot say eating food is better than getting food. No option, even though you may think so. Somebody eating is better, getting is very difficult. But do you have a choice? Even though you may feel that getting food is very difficult, something eating is very easy. Yeah, okay. Do you have a choice? No, Swamiji, I will eat only, I will not get food. Do you have a choice? You don't have a choice. Similarly, some people, Swamiji, Jnana Yoga is very good. So, I don't like Karma Yoga. Oh, lot of hard work. But you don't have a choice. Even in Karma Yoga also you cannot say, Swamiji, I like only Karma Yoga. Jnana Yoga I don't like. That also is not a choice. It is something like, Swamiji, I like to get food only. I don't like to eat. If you don't eat, your hunger will not be removed. Therefore, getting also is required and eating also is required. They are not two options. They are the two stages. Similarly, Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, they are not the two options. They are the two stages of the pursuit of knowledge, pursuit of moksha. Now, Arjuna thought that I have a choice between the Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. And Jnana Yoga gives moksha, Karma Yoga doesn't give moksha. Therefore, why should I go for Karma Yoga? It is something like somebody thinks eating removes my hunger. This procuring food doesn't remove my hunger. Why should I procure? That is what is called wrong thinking, because they are not two options. So Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga are not two options, and therefore there is no comparison, there is no question of choice. In life, we should know where the choice is, where choice is not. Sometimes we have choice, but because of our ignorance, we don't we don't use that particular privilege of choosing. And sometimes choice is not there, and still you are struggling. No, no, I will find out some way. I will find out some way. Sometimes doctor says that this surgery alone is the way. No, no, no. I will somehow Ayurveda. I will something. I will do. Some surgery is unavoidable, inevitable. So one has to know where choice is, where choice is not. And now, between this Karma Yoga sadhana and Jnana Yoga also, there is an order. What is the order? That first Karma Yoga and then Jnana Yoga. It is not that first Swamiji I will get Jnanam, full Jnanam, and then I will start Karma Yoga. That is not the order. It is something like, first I will eat and then I will get food. It is not possible. You have to first get it and then only eat. So similarly, between Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga sadhana, there is no choice, and there is a particular order. So first of all, between these two sadhanas of Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, no choice is there, particular order is there. But there are two lifestyles with regard to which one can have some choice. What are the lifestyles? One is called Pravritti Margaha or Pravritti Dharmaha. Other is called Nivritti Dharmaha. So the pursuit or the lifestyle characterized by the predominance of activities, that is called Pravritti Lakshana Dharma. Generally we call it Grihastha Dharma. And other one is called Nivritti Lakshana Dharma, where activities are less and life is more committed to Dhanam, knowledge. So these are the two lifestyle, Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. They are not two options for moksha. They are the two lifestyles prescribed for the pursuit of moksha. They are something like infrastructure. Infrastructure themselves do not do production. The roads, electricity, water, etc., they themselves don't do production. They are required for the production. Production units have to be there, but production units will work only when infrastructure is there. So we have Shastra talks about the two lifestyles, committed lifestyle, in which Bhagavan calls it here as a nishtha. So here nishtha has got the meaning committed lifestyle, or even Bhashyakara uses the word tatparyam, commitment. Two commitments or two committed lifestyles are there. And what are the two committed lifestyle? One is called Pravritti Nishtha, other is called Nivritti Nishtha, or otherwise called Jnana Nishtha. Pravritti Nishtha is the lifestyle characterized by the predominance of activities, duties, which is generally the lifestyle of the householder, Grihasthashrama. Second one is Nivritti Nishtha or Jnana Nishtha, that is the lifestyle committed to Jnanam, is called Jnana Nishtha. So here, lifestyle committed to Jnanam is called Jnana Nishtha, otherwise Nivritti Nishtha, Nivritti Marga, Nivritti Dharma. These are the words. And that Nivritti Marga is characterized by the reduction, minimum karma and maximum pursuit of knowledge. And that is otherwise called sannyasaha. So one is called Grihasthashrama, otherwise called Sannyasashrama. So these two options are there, Grihasthashrama and Sannyasashrama. Grihasthashrama is not directly means for moksha. Sannyasashrama also is not the means for moksha. Many people think that if we take sannyasa, we will get moksha. Sannyasa, Bhagavan is going to say that sannyasashrama, the lifestyle of sannyasi itself is not guarantee for moksha. So lifestyles are different and sadhanas are different. Arjuna could not get this clarity of the difference between the two lifestyles and two sadhanas. Karma yoga and Jnana yoga are the sadhanas, and they are choiceless. They are not having any options. They are not the alternatives. But lifestyles, the karma marga or this nivritti marga, these two lifestyles, there is some options. What are the options? One is that person goes to the brahmacharya ashrama, he studies shastra. Afterwards, he has got two options. One is he can enter into grihasthashrama, leads the life of karma yoga, and he becomes prepared for Jnana yoga. And at that time, he has a choice that when he is getting more and more clarity in Shastra, still he can continue in Grihasthashrama or he can go to the next ashrama called Sannyasashrama. So what is the option? He takes up Pravritti Marga, Grihasthashrama, and then he takes to Sannyasashrama. Or in the first option, in 1A is he takes the Grihasthashrama first and then goes to Sannyasashrama, 1A. 1B is that he continues to be in Grihasthashrama even after getting Jnana. That is the option number 1. Grihasthashrama entry, going to Sannyasa, or Grihasthashrama continuation. That is the first option. Second option, which is availed by very few people, very small minority, and that is after brahmacharya ashrama, directly one enters into sannyasa. Like sometimes, nowadays I don't know it is done, but some students are very brilliant, then they can jump. They can skip one class and then go to, from 5th they can go to 8th, 7th. So similarly here, some people avail this particular option. What? They can directly go to the sannyasa. From brahmacharya, they go to sannyasa. So these are the two options available with regard to these lifestyles. One is pravritti marga, nivritti marga. So pravritti marga, then nivritti marga. Pravritti marga, continue to be in pravritti marga, but having the jnana-nishtha. Second is nivritti marga and pursuing the knowledge and remaining in nivritti marga. From nivritti marga, sannyasa, one doesn't come back to pravritti marga. Sannyasa is one-way traffic. Therefore, before taking sannyasa, one has to think twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. If there is a little doubt whether should I take sannyasa or don't take sannyasa, not take sannyasa, better don't take. Like to enter into one-way traffic which is running for miles together, it is you have to think twice. Where should I go this path or not? So sannyasa is one-way traffic, and sannyasa, direct sannyasa, is generally opted by a very, very few people. Alright. Now, somebody may ask, Swamiji, what are the pros and cons of this both lifestyles? The pravritti marga, which is otherwise called grihasthashrama, has got advantages. What are the advantages? This grihasthashrama or pravritti marga, karma marga, is very ideal for chitta shuddhi, ideal for jnana yogyata, the fitness for knowledge. And 99.99% of people, they do not have jnana yogyata, fitness for knowledge, do not have sufficient chitta shuddhi. Therefore, 99.99% people require to go to this grihasthashrama, pravritti marga. Why? Because it is very conducive for getting Chitta Shuddhi. Why? Because in Grihastha so many duties are there, responsibilities are there. And duties, responsibilities will help you to reduce your ragadvesha if you have got commitment for moksha. It makes the person refined person. This person, if he doesn't get married, then certain purity, certain adjustment, certain refinement that can happen through this grihastha doesn't happen. So many people have this, because they have not entered into grihastha, therefore they are very, very rude and crude in their approach. Grihastha makes the person more refined. So for Chitta Shuddhi, Grihastha is very ideal. And one another advantage is that from Grihastha you can go to Sannyasa. Whereas from Sannyasa you cannot come back to Grihastha. Therefore you retain option, no? Like pension, no, you want or the full level gratuity or something. So you can have both. So you can think of this. And some option is that you can, once you opted for it, you cannot change. Like suppose you have taken second class, you can upgrade. From you can go to first class. From first class you cannot say you give me money back, I want to go to second class. From first class you cannot come to second class. If you have booked your executive, from that you cannot say you give me money, I want to travel by economy. That's not available. From economy you can go to executive. So in Grihastha Ashrama advantage is this, that you still retain the option. That they call retaining the options. So in Grihastha Ashrama that advantage is there. And as I said, most people require this refinement in their life. And therefore Grihastha Ashrama is having advantage. But it has got one limitation. In the pursuit of knowledge and moksha, one limitation is, since Grihastha is preponderated by, dominated by so many responsibilities and activities, therefore time for the pursuit of knowledge will be less. To the extent the sannyasis can do it, they will not have time. They have so many occasions, they have to go for marriage, they have to go for the school admission, there's so many things are there. Even to come to this Vedanta class once a week becomes difficult because so many responsibilities are there. So that is one disadvantage. That Chitta Shuddhi, for Chitta Shuddhi, ideal. But for the pursuit of knowledge, difficult. We don't say impossible. Difficult. Whereas the sannyasa ashrama, if we see, the sannyasa ashrama advantage is this. What is the advantage? That you have enough time for the pursuit of knowledge. If you are not going for wedding of somebody, nobody will tell you. You don't have any duties to this family or even to the state, etc. You are exempted from all duties. And therefore you have sufficient time. But the minus point of the sannyasa ashrama is that if a person is not ready for it, this ashrama is not very suitable for getting chitta shuddhi. Sannyasa ashrama, because in sannyasa ashrama duties are not there, interactions are not there. Nowadays so much sannyasis are also more active than grihasthas. But generally sannyasa ashrama means minimum interaction and minimum activities. And when activities are not there, rubbing is not there, then the smoothening doesn't happen. And therefore, see, in rubbing only said the sharpness comes. And therefore, this what happens, that if person is not ready and he has entered into sannyasa, the avenues for chitta shuddhi, purity of the mind doesn't happen. Therefore, you see sometimes some sannyasi are so short-tempered. Why? Because they did not go through the situation where they have to make adjustment. They say, I lead free life, they will shout, and he said, okay, get out, I will get out. I think I must have told this, that one watchman told me in Bangalore, Swamiji, before getting married, I was changing the job very easily. Once I got married, Swamiji, I don't change job so easily. Settle. So person becomes very, rash in his approach. So you remain outside, please. You please remain outside. Okay. So in Grihastha person learns to adjust. Whereas in Sannyasashrama, if person is not ready, then he remains screwed. Because he did not get opportunity and he doesn't have responsibility. Responsibility makes you humble. Responsibility makes you learn to adjust. Hey, if responsibility is not there, why I don't care? And therefore, sannyasa ashrama is not ideal ashrama for getting chitta shuddhi. So, chitta shuddhi is there, sannyasa ashrama is very ideal. If person is prepared, very good. Not prepared, it is dangerous. In fact, dangerous because person has lot of time, no responsibility, no activities to be done, and therefore what happens, he have lot of free time and he doesn't know how to use free time. Therefore he will have some distracting activities which may be very harmful. He can watch movies, 2-3 movies every day he can watch because nothing to do. Morning food, evening food, in between free. And he can close his room, nobody can ask anything, and he can watch. Nowadays all these mobiles and all available. So what happens? That person, if he is not ready, sannyasa ashrama is very dangerous. So this is a minus point. It has got, the plus point is time availability, but minus point is it does not provide enough avenues for chitta shuddhi. And if chitta shuddhi is not there, this ashrama can become highly destructive for the person. So both the ashramas have got plus and minus. Depending upon the background of the person, one should choose which ashrama is suitable. And general guideline is this. Default setting is one should go for Grihastha ashrama. Default setting. Only those who are having different background, those who are highly contemplative, for them marriage life will be a distraction. For such people alone, sannyasa ashrama, direct sannyasa ashrama is prescribed. And even remaining in Grihastha ashrama, one should take sannyasa only when he or she has done his or her duties, and now he or she is not so much required, his absence will not create a void. Then with the permission of these family members, he or she can go to sannyasa ashrama. So that is the background of these sadhanas and lifestyle. Lifestyles are called here nishtha. So important clarity is, with regard to the sadhana for moksha, karma yoga and jnana yoga, there is no option, no choice, no comparison. With regard to lifestyle, there is an option. Person can go for the pravritti lakshana dharma or nivritti lakshana dharma. And that choice also is very limited. If a person is mindful about his or her own growth, his choice should be directed by not fancy. His choice should be directed by his background, his level of purity. If purity is relatively good, then one can go for sannyasa directly. So two lifestyles that has got choice, two sadhanas that do not have choice. With this background, we understand this shloka. So Arjuna's problem came because he thought karma yoga and jnana yoga are two options for getting moksha. And because of that, he thought, if jnana yoga is a good option for getting moksha, why should I go for karma yoga? Or another thing is thought that jnana yoga and sannyasa are one. Jnana yoga is equal to sannyasa, and therefore he thought that if sannyasa is jnana yoga and that is the means for moksha, why should I be engaged in karma? So because of this particular confusion, question has come. So Bhagavan is making it clear. In fact, he doesn't give one answer. Arjuna wanted one answer. Bhagavan said there are two different lifestyles. suggesting that there is no choice with regard to sadhana. Whichever ashram you are in, whether you are in grihastha ashrama or sannyasa ashrama, in both the ashramas, this particular route that gets purity, get dhanam, be free, that particular route is not deviated in any ashrama. That route is fixed. Purity, knowledge, free. Get purity, get dhanam by Jnana Yoga, be free. Whichever ashram you choose. So, with regard to sadhana, there is no choice. With regard to lifestyle, there is a choice, and that is talking about here. Lokesmin dvivida nishtha pura prokta maya. Maya by me, the Lord. Dvivida nishtha. Here nishtha means committed lifestyle. Dvivida twofold. Twofold committed lifestyles, prokta, have been told pura earlier in the beginning of creation. Loke, in this world. So in this world of people who are committed to this Vedic lifestyle, for them twofold lifestyle have been talked about by me in the beginning of creation. And here Maya refers to the Lord as the revealer of the teaching of Vedas. So Maya Sarvagnena Ishwarena Vedena. Through Vedas, I have talked about two lifestyles. And in the Ishavasya Upanishad, it is very clear. In fact, the whole division of the Ishavasya Upanishad subject matter is this, that first mantra, Ishavasya midagum sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat, there Jnana Yoga Pradhana lifestyle is talked about. The lifestyle which is characterized by the predominance of the pursuit of knowledge. And then next, Kurvanneveha karmani jijivishechatagum samaha. So there karma yoga is talked about. So Bhagavan says, through Vedas, I have talked about twofold lifestyles. One is called Pravritti Marga, other is called Nivritti Marga. And both of them are talked about here. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Nishtha Prokta. We have to connect with this. So one Nishtha is Jnana Yogena. Here Jnana Yogena means characterized by the predominance of the Jnana Yoga. A lifestyle characterized by the predominance of Jnana Yoga, which is otherwise called Sannyasa lifestyle, is talked about by me. Jnana Yoga, you must have heard this word. In that there are two parts, Jnanam and Yoga. Yoga means the means. Yujyate anena iti yoga. Jnanam eva yoga, Jnana Yoga. Knowledge is the means for discovery of oneness, discovery of freedom. Therefore, Jnanam is called this Jnana Yoga. Jnanam eva yoga, Jnana Yoga. So, the lifestyle which is characterized by the predominance of the sadhana of knowledge is called Jnana Yogena Nishtha. So, what Bhagavan is saying? That one lifestyle is the Nivritti Marga, where predominance is of this Jnana Yoga, the sadhana for knowledge. Second one is Karma Yogena Nishtha Prokta. Connection is Karma Yogena Nishtha. The lifestyle, Nishtha means lifestyle, characterized by the predominance of karma. Karma eva yoga, karma yoga. The lifestyle characterized by the predominance of karma is the another nishtha. So two lifestyle. Jnana Yogena Nishtha, the lifestyle characterized by the pursuit of knowledge, and Karma Yogena Nishtha, life characterized by the predominance of doing the duties. So two lifestyle. Jnana Yoga Nishtha, Karma Yoga Nishtha, otherwise called Sannyasa Nishtha and Grihastha Nishtha, Grihastha Ashrama Nishtha. So these two lifestyles are talked about. But who are the qualified people for which lifestyle? Because in fact, even though we say that lifestyle there is an option, but there is a limited options. So Bhagavan says, Sankhyanam Jnana Yogena Nishtha Prokta. The lifestyle of Nivritti, lifestyle committed to Gnana Yoga, is for the people who are Sankhya. Who are Sankhya? The people who are prepared for the Atma Jnanam, they are called Sankhya. The Sankhya word is a very beautiful derivation is there. Samyak Khyayate iti Sankhya. The vision of Vedan, vision of Atma is called Sankhya. And this Sankhya is revealing the reality that is called Sankhya. So the reality is called Sankhya. And the person who is ready for the vision of this Sankhya, Paramatma, as Atma, that person is called Sankhya. So Sankhya is a person qualified for Paramatma Jnana. So that was Sankhyanam. Means, in other words, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannanam. The people who are endowed with this Viveka Vairagya to very great extent. For them, Jnana Yogena Nishtha Prokta. So Bhagavan is making one point clear, that lifestyle, even though it seems there is an option, but a particular lifestyle is designed for particular people. So Sankhyanam Jnana Yogena Nishtha Prokta. And Yoginam, the people who have got the predisposition to the activities. Some people cannot remain without doing activities. You ask them to attend the class, we cannot attend. He said, you ask me to do something, I will do it. You ask me to go and bring something, I will bring it. Sitting for meditation, listening to the classes, not possible. In fact, sometimes it happens that some people who are attending the classes, they think that we will bring our friends also. How nice it is, how nice it is. They bring their friends, it becomes a responsibility for me, to keep them, entertained. Why? Because they become so restless. They do not have the mind to attend, and they try to attend, then it will be a burden. So for such people who are not yet ready for the exclusive commitment to knowledge and who need some preparation, for them, Karma Yogena Nishtha Prokta. The lifestyle characterized by the predominance of karma, that is talked about. So Karma Yoga Nishtha, Jnana Yoga Nishtha. Two lifestyles are there. And in that, option is there depending upon one's background. In sadhana, no option. In lifestyle, there is option. And that also, as I said, the option very limited based on one's background. So here Bhagavan answered Arjuna's question. What is the answer he gave? That Arjuna, there is no choice whether to go for Jnana Yoga or go for Karma Yoga. You have to go for both. But for Karma Yoga lifestyle or this Jnana Yoga lifestyle, which one is the Nivritti lifestyle and Pravritti lifestyle, which one is suitable for you, you can decide based on your background. And based on your background, you have some choice to choose the lifestyle. So don't get confused with the lifestyle with sadhana. Sadhana and lifestyles are two different things. So Arjuna, for you, person like you, Karma Yoga lifestyle is better. That is going to tell from the next slokas. Even though there are two lifestyles, but for person like you, this Karma Yoga lifestyle is better. Like when you go to buy some product and the shopkeeper knows you, your financial background, and he will show you what type of product, the product within your budget. He will not even show if some particular cell phone is there for some 5 lakhs. Nowadays that much expensive also, you can have some gold and all this. 5 lakhs cell phone is there. You go and ask for a cell phone. Will he show it that 5 lakhs? He will not show. In fact, he said this is better. Oh, but I have heard that there is a high quality. Is it the highest? Is that higher one? So what will he say? for you, this is the best available. Even though it is not, other is not there, but this one is the best for you. So Bhagavan, even though he told that these two are available, but Arjuna, for person like you and person like you, this Karma Yoga is better. Karma Yoga lifestyle is better. And that is the topic from the next shloka. Na karmanāmanārambhāt naishkarmyam purushośnute na ca sannyasana-deva siddhim samadhi-gacchati. So even though Bhagavan presented two lifestyles, one characterized by the predominance of Jnana Yoga, the other is characterized by the predominance of Karma Yoga, Bhagavan is voting for this Karma Yoga lifestyle. Why? He gives reasons. From the next 4th shloka onwards, he gives reason. The first reason he gives is, particular lifestyle is not a guarantee for moksha. When important clarity gives. Just by dropping karma, you are not going to get moksha. So what point he wants to highlight? The particular lifestyle is not the guarantee for moksha. Like just because you have got good machine, therefore your productivity will be good is not a guarantee. Machine is not a guarantee. It is something like you have got a good pen. Does it mean you will write better paper? No. Just because you have good pen, therefore you will get 100 out of 100. There is no guarantee. Yeah, if you have got good pen and you have got sufficient knowledge, you will write little better. But just because you have got good pen, don't say therefore I will get 100 out of 100. It is something like person thinks that Sachin Tendulkar using this brand bat. No. Therefore if I use that bat, I will make century. That doesn't happen. A century doesn't happen by merely a particular bat of the brand, a particular brand. So Bhagavan wants to emphasize. Why he wants to emphasize this? Because Arjuna has a craze for sannyasa. Bhagavan he wants to say that any ashram is not a guarantee for moksha. But he doesn't say that Karma Yoga is not a guarantee for moksha. He need not say. He is saying that this sannyasa ashrama is not a guarantee for moksha. Why? Because Arjuna has a craze. It is something like child is telling, I will write the exam, only you get me Parker pen, and that also that particular category Parker pen. So Bhagavan says that it is not necessary. Don't think that particular ashrama will give you moksha. Many people have this idea that we, Swamiji, we cannot get moksha because we are in Grihastha ashrama. You people can get definitely moksha because we are in sannyasa ashrama. This is a thinking of many people. And Bhagavan wants to dismiss that. Don't connect this moksha with particular lifestyle, particular ashrama. Like happiness. Happiness is not directly proportional to money. We don't say inversely proportional, but not directly proportional also. We don't say inversely also. It's not that more money, so you will be less happy. Need not be. But just because you have more money, you will be more happy, no guarantee. Happiness has something more to do with your attitude than the comforts you have. So people think more money is equal to more happiness. Similarly, another equation in spiritual pursuit is what? Sannyasa is equal to moksha. So Bhagavan wants to dismiss that idea. Sannyasa or renouncing karma itself is not a guarantee for moksha. In our mind, we have got some funny connections. That if I meet this person, my all job will be done. If I marry this person, my life will be fulfilled. We connect like this. And therefore what? We suffer. So Bhagavan wants to clarify this. He says, karmanam anarambhat, by not starting of action, means by not doing actions. Neshkarmyam, here neshkarmyam means actionlessness. Actionlessness is the nature of Atma. So here neshkarmyam means abidance in the knowledge of actionless self, which is otherwise called moksha. So Bhagavan says, by just not starting the karma, Purushaha, a person, Naishkarmyam, the abidance in the actionlessness or the knowledge of actionlessness, na ashnute, one does not attain. By renouncing karma, you will not become free from the bondage of karma. Generally, we think if I renounce karma, I will be free from bondage of karma. No, it doesn't happen. Because bondage of karma is not merely connected with the doing activities physically. And therefore, Bhagavan says, Arjuna, don't connect this karmana, this action, not doing action, you will get moksha. In fact, Bhagavan Bhashyakara here he explains, in fact, if you give up karma, you will definitely not attain moksha. Why? Because karmas are meant for giving you chitta shuddhi. Chitta shuddhi is meant for getting gnanam. And gnanam is the means for this moksha. So by depriving yourself of the means, you are indirectly depriving yourself of the end. So by not doing karma, person does not attain moksha. So a person needs karma and he does not do karma, then what? He is not doing the means and therefore he will not attain the end. And therefore Purushaha, a person does not attain actionlessness, abidance in actionless Atma by not doing karma. Then somebody may say, but in Shastra there is so much glorification of sannyasa also. There is some vakya that person having given up all karma, naishkarmyam acharet, one can remain in naishkarmya. Abhayam sarva bhutebhya, having given abhaya, having renounced karma, one should abide in the actionless Atma. So we do see the connection between the sannyasa and this Atmik Dhanam. For that Bhagavan is telling, Nacha sanyasanad eva. By mere renunciation of the action, siddhim. Siddhi means the highest end, the accomplishment, the goal. Na samadhi gacchati, one does not attain that siddhi. Siddhi means moksha. So what Bhagavan is saying, that both the sentences look alike. The first also said, by not starting the karma, person does not attain neshkarmyam. And by mere sannyasa, one does not attain siddhi, means moksha. But there is a slight difference in the message. The first one is saying that by not starting karma, you are depriving yourself of moksha because karma is indirect means for moksha. Karma will give you chitta shuddhi, it will help you to get jnanam, which will give you moksha. Therefore, by avoiding the means, you are depriving yourself of the end. Like we had this, when we started this course 2014, application form is very long we have. So one person, he saw this application form and 576 pages are there. He said, I don't want to write this. So many pages. I want to go to the ashram and study then. So first he dropped that. And afterwards he thought that if I don't write application, I cannot go to the ashram when I want to get knowledge. That he told this experience. And Swamiji, then again I pushed myself to fill up the form. So by avoiding the means, you are avoiding or you are depriving yourself of the end. This is very important thing to remember, because many times the means will be tough, unpleasant. And then how do we motivate ourselves to the unpleasant means? By remembering the glory of the end. So if I know that if I don't do this, I don't follow this, I am not going to get. If you don't get this particular visa, you cannot go abroad and study there. So you have to get visa. You cannot say, no, I don't want to get visa. I want to just study. You cannot do that. So even though means are unpleasant, but they cannot be avoided. So by avoiding the means, you are going away from your goal. So that's what Bhagavan said in the first line. And second line is saying that even though sannyasa is glorified, but mere sannyasa is not guarantee for moksha. And by mere sannyasa, Bhashyakara says, jnana rahitat sannyasat. Simply a person takes sannyasa and he doesn't pursue knowledge, doesn't get knowledge. So by mere sannyasa, he will not get moksha. Many people think that if I take sannyasa, my life, my moksha is guaranteed. There is no such thing. So Bhagavan wants to highlight that Arjuna, you have got so much grace for sannyasa, thinking that you take sannyasa, you will get moksha. But remember this, mere sannyasa is not a guarantee for moksha. Jnana rahitat sannyasat na siddhim samadhi gacchati. By mere renunciation and not pursuing knowledge, not getting knowledge, you will not get moksha. So don't connect sannyasa ashrama as the direct means for moksha. Don't connect sannyasa as the guarantee for moksha. Because in our mind we have this. See, all my problems will be solved if I go to ashram. Many people have this thinking. And my all problems are because I am staying at house in the house. And Swamiji, if I go to the ashram, my all problems will be solved, I will get moksha. In ashram, there are people who are more samsari than the outsiders. It is not a ashrama means, ashrama, in few days it looks like that. Like our food, no? When the students come, no, first time, they say, oh, wonderful, nice food, oh, so much. Then after a few days, they start telling, oh, sorry, the same food. In fact, we have got fixed menu. Monday this, Tuesday this. So they know also, today Wednesday means this idli will be there. That this Thursday means this kadhi will be there. So all this they know, same food. So it is like that. Ashrama is not a guarantee for your fulfillment. People think that. In fact, some people, they want to be, they have got a job in the ashrama and therefore they have to be there. They want freedom from ashrama. There will be people. So don't connect your freedom with any particular time or particular person or particular place, particular setup. They say the grass looks greener on the other side. So you always feel that so ashrama is there, then how everything will be alright. It's not so. I have seen people, they create same samsara in ashrama as they had at home. And I tell them, see, if your prarabdha is such, then some lady, she wants to escape from her mother-in-law and thinking that if I go to ashram, I don't have to face this mother-in-law. Then she comes here and she will find a lady who will be exactly like mother-in-law. And she has to work under him because ashram duty seva has to be done, and she has to work under that lady who will be worse than her mother-in-law. You cannot change your prarabdha completely. Or the Swami himself will look like mother-in-law. Even though he is a Swami, he is a man, but still he will look like mother-in-law because some Swamis are like that also. Therefore, don't run away from the setup. Yeah, when the period of transition has come and you take appropriate choice, that is okay. But if it is not possible and keep on thinking that, my all problems are because I am at home, therefore my problems, that is not so. By changing the setup, you are not going to change your life completely. You need to change your attitude, you need to change your commitments, priorities. That will bring a real change. And that Bhagavan is emphasizing more. We'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri